What is up, everybody? Josiah LeRoy here, the resident Star Wars fanboy here for the Geekiverse.com. It's a good day for me. It's a very good day for a lot of geeks out there. We have the first full trailer for Solo, A Star Wars Story. It's been a long road. It's finally here, and goodness gracious, I am excited to finally get a glimpse of what we're going to be seeing in just a few short months. On May 25th, we're going to be seeing, on the 41st anniversary of A New Hope, the second anthology film, which is directed by Ron Howard. So after a lot of turmoil on the project overall, from what we've been hearing from the media, let's break the trailer down, take a look at some of the finer points of it, and see what we can glean from it. Now, the Geekiverse was able to download this trailer via electronic press kit. You'll notice probably at different times, if the text pops on screen, the file name for this actual trailer is Red Cup, which I think is absolutely fantastic. It's the code name given to the project by the former producers, Lord and Miller. So finally, we've got the trailer, and let's dive right into it.
I've been running scams on the street since I was 10.
So, overall, you'll notice in the trailer, it's got a little bit of a darker color palette to it, a little bit like Rogue One, and that makes it a little bit unique in that it's an anthology film for the Star Wars franchise. So it seems like even though we're just 2 movies in with Rogue One and Han Solo now, that these have a distinct look and feel. Even though they're separate, not truly connected directly like the Skywalker saga, the episodic numbered episodes, but regardless. First shot right there is Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo. I think he's got the look down of a young Han Solo. I think they were spot on with that casting in terms of appearance. I don't know so much, and I probably won't know until we actually see the movie, how I feel about him in terms of his delivery. Does he capture that sarcastic Harrison Ford look? Maybe he's a different character altogether when he was younger. But anyway, I think he really looks the part. To the left there, we see Miss Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones fame. She is playing a character called Qi'ra, which is Qi'Ra. I don't really know anything about Qi'ra at this point. We don't really know much about her, but I'm very, very intrigued by basically her existence in this movie and what kind of connection she may have to the overall plot, as it looks like she is obviously pretty integral. So let's move forward.
I was kicked out of the flight academy.
So right here, a pretty cool chase sequence. It looks like there's going to be a lot of this in this film. It's not clear who or what is chasing him, but it looks like someone maybe from the Imperial Academy could be chasing him here. If I can scroll. This is not the best still, but you see the character there almost dead center in the screen. Looks like he's got some sort of Imperial mask on, so maybe he's like an Imperial maintenance worker there. Who knows, but I'm sure we're going to see some new Stormtrooper armor, some new classes of Stormtrooper, as we've seen in each of the new iterations of the Star Wars movie since Lucasfilm was sold to Disney. We've gotten the Shore Troopers, we've gotten the Death Troopers in Rogue One, and then obviously we've gotten the First Order Stormtroopers in the sequel trilogy. So I'm sure we'll get some more coming up here.
For having a mind of my own.
So that's an absolutely stunning shot right there. I'm wondering what kind of planet that is. But I wanted to bring up Han Solo is talking about his past and how he has really been on his own, been running these jobs since he was 10. I think that's really interesting. Someone brought up on Twitter that it seems like he connects to Rey from The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi in that sense. They're both young. They're good pilots. They're very skilled. They're on their own. Maybe they do or don't know who their parents are. We don't know at this point in the new era canon for Han Solo if he knows who his dad is. Remember, in the extended universe, Han knew who his father was. But he's really kind of a renegade, and we've got those seeds of rebellion here. But anyway, this is a stunning, stunning shot. This movie is going to be gorgeous, it appears.
I'm going to be a pilot.
So talking about being a pilot there, go back just a little bit. Right there. Another snow planet. Gotta love that fur coat. Han Solo has some style here. And, yeah, I guess that's the only point I wanted to make there. I like how Han looks.
Best in the gap.
The brand new Millennium Falcon. Actually, we don't know how old it truly is at this point, but we know Han Solo doesn't yet possess it. And this is the hallway to what seems to be a very, very sparkling, shiny iteration of the Falcon.
Let's see.
Perhaps Han looking at it for the first time there. Which, I kind of get the sense that this might be a little bit of a heist movie, which I know Jeff Pavlok from the Geekiverse also mentioned. He doesn't want that to kind of be the shtick, the plot device here, like it was in Rogue One. It was the plan to go and get the Death Star plans. That was the heist, to steal those plans. I'm sure we're going to see some Imperial cargo shipments here, and it sounds like maybe Han is, from what I can glean, is going to steal some of those, but we'll take a look further on with the trailer here.
Hey, kid. I'm putting together...
Woody Harrelson. I'm a huge Woody Harrelson fan. He is going to play a character named Beckett, who is allegedly going to be one of Han Solo's mentors in the film. Not much else is known about him, but maybe he plants those seeds of rebellion in Han. Maybe he betrays Han in some way, and that's why Han is tough to get close to. We don't know, but I think I'm going to enjoy his role. I'm actually going to, instead of moving forward, we're going to go back a little ways. There is Han Solo standing there to the right-hand side, and he's got the classic Han Solo belt and blaster, where you've got the belt loop coming down on the right-hand side and holding the blaster on his leg. It's a very iconic piece of Han Solo's equipment, and it looks like it's starting here at an early age.
I'm putting together a crew.
And there is another wonderful shot of Emilia Clarke as Qi'ra, and it looks like a new kind of droid behind her. I'm getting the sense it's maybe a little bit like K2SO from Rogue One, but the head is more like a probe droid in a smaller form that we would see. But anyway, I love Qi'ra's style. She's almost got that modern day American, like 1950s vintage style in terms of her hair. She's got the earrings there. There was a promo released for 4 of the characters from Solo, a Star Wars story, through Lucasfilm today. And her outfit in that suggests that she's got this style going on. And I love that they've kind of made that a theme, as Lando Calrissian has that little bit of a flamboyant yet suave style. We'll see as the trailer plays on. Gotta love it. Absolutely gotta love it. Donald Glover, the childish Gambino, as a young Lando Calrissian. That may be one of the best casting choices in Star Wars history, or at least in recent times. And, only time will tell. Can't wait to hear him speak. I love the image from the TV spot from the Super Bowl. Thought that was absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to see. Maybe Lando is playing Han in the infamous game of Sabacc right here, where Lando loses the Falcon to Han. I'm all about getting a young Lando Calrissian, and I was disappointed that we didn't see him in The Last Jedi. So, looks like Han is maybe, like I referenced, getting into that game of Sabacc here. I don't know. That's just purely speculation on my part. And if I take it back just another still, that's a new creature that I'm not familiar with. I'm wondering if that is Warwick Davis. Warwick Davis has been known to get into costume to play various aliens throughout the Star Wars saga. So, again, I have no reason really to believe that, but it seems like that is a good possibility that that's him from a purely guessing standpoint.
You in?
And the absolutely wonderful Jonas Suotomo, who plays Chewbacca now after Peter Mayhew has kind of aged his way out of playing the character. One very, noteworthy thing here is Chewbacca's typical sash. He's got the cross sash now, so he's got the two things, and that is definitely a merchandise mover, because now you are going to be able to identify Chewbacca from Solo, a Star Wars story, as opposed to Chewbacca from the original trilogy, or the sequel trilogy, let's say. If I move back there, I think they nailed the aesthetic for Chewbacca's face. That looks exactly like the Chewbacca we see in A New Hope. So kudos to the Lucasfilm production crew there for design.
That's yes.
So we got our first shot here of what would become an iconic duo in Han Solo and Chewbacca. Color me incredibly excited. Goodness gracious. Can't wait. Can't wait. So this is really odd and interesting. This place almost is like, I guess this is more how I pictured Canto Bight in The Last Jedi to be. It's this sterling place. Looks like probably a lot of high-class people are there. Don't really know much about the singer or the kind of alien-like fish that is in the jar there. But this looks like some entertainment of sorts.
That might be the...
Another really good shot of Emilia Clarke there as she's got some dialogue in this scene referencing who Han Solo is.
only person.
Oh, and I just missed that point, but we're going to go right there. Han Solo's iconic DL-44 blaster. Like I said, right in the belt there. Now, one thing I'll say, we did not see, at least his bare face, Paul Bettany. I'm wondering if he is maybe some sort of villain in the movie, but we'll take a look here. Wondering if that's Paul right there. Again, I could be way off. Tell me in the comments below if I don't know. That is a really, really cool helmet. I don't really know what species this is or what kind of warrior, what planet they're from. Regardless, that looks really neat. And like I said, maybe Paul Bettany is playing that character.
Knows what you really are.
What's that?
I like Alden's delivery of that right there. Just a little bit sarcastic. A little bit not quite arrogant. But it's the best bit of dialogue we can see of him on screen here. And obviously we'll have to reserve judgment until we actually see the film. But, I could buy this. I could buy that this is the next best iteration of Han Solo after Harrison Ford in terms of potential. And there you have it. Solo: A Star Wars Story. So this is coming out May 25th. Goodness gracious, can't wait. Can't get here soon enough. You can bet as soon as tickets are on sale, we will be all over that. Now, there's a little bit more of the trailer here, but I want to give a quick plug. Tonight, we also filmed an episode, of Walking Carpet, which is the Geekiverse's Star Wars podcast. You can download that on iTunes and SoundCloud, or you can visit thegeekiverse.com to listen to that episode. But that will be up Wednesday, February 7th. Features myself, Jamie LeRoy, and Jeff Pavlak as we talk about the Solo trailer in detail and what our impressions were. So if you want to see more past this second look, you can go ahead and download the podcast. Makes for good listening in the car. I want to say there's some really nice, iconic imagery of the classic trilogy era Imperial fighters. So we've got the Star Destroyer there, and this looks like it's some sort of space storm. Really eerie and creepy, and I love the atmosphere that they're portraying here. And we've got that TIE fighter, that twin TIE. I'm not sure if it's a bomber or not, but you see it kind of dead center there with the red lighting. That's a little bit newer TIE freighter that we've seen in the past. And I mean, they know how to do it at Lucasfilm. They've got us here speculating about different TIE fighters. Goodness gracious.
Get ready.
So that was a truly awesome shot. I want to watch it one more time. Han, for the first time on screen in the Millennium Falcon, he does a little bit of a barrel roll, and that takes one of the TIE fighters away. What a shot that was. Here we go with the maneuver. Quick
Thought we were in
quip
trouble
here.
there for a second, but it's fine. We're fine.
So, a little bit of I assume this is in space. It's a nice nod to the space slug from The Empire Strikes Back, but this seems like, goodness, like a space octopus. I mean, that thing is huge. And I love the little quip there from Alden, where he says, we're fine. That shows me that even though this seems like a little bit of a dark movie, there's going to be those moments of comedy. And I don't need this to be a really goofy, light-hearted comedy, but I think what we've seen so far shows that it'll be a good blend. Now, one thing about the Falcon, this is pre-modification. This is the raw Millennium Falcon, what it appears. There is no satellite dish on the right-hand side in the upright position. It is flat. It's hard to see in this angle, but it's basically all the way up against the wall, the actual body of the Millennium Falcon. So I think that's another nice nod to differentiating the Millennium Falcon from the original trilogy, where it was a round dish that was in the upright position, or even the sequel trilogy, where it had the rectangular dish. I love that stuff. I love how they differentiate those, not just from a merchandise standpoint, but as a fan. You know which one you're looking at. But anyway, we'll finish this out. There you have it, folks. Memorial Day weekend. The Geekiverse will be all over it. We'll have lots of coverage leading up to the actual release. What did you think of the trailer? Was it surprising? Did the tone surprise you at all? Did you like it? Did you not like it? I'm genuinely interested in hearing your opinion on it. Leave a comment below. I will respond to it. I'd love to chat further with it. For everything on Solo, a Star Wars story, you're already in the right place. TheGeekiverse.com. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.